Good evening and welcome to a Mitch and Mocking About the Cards podcast. I am Mitchell and joined as always by the 2015 King of the Ring winner and the two-time United States champion of the world. He's also the owner and proprietor of the Superstition Ranch there in Chandler, Arizona, where tonight Team USA on the big screen. And if you can name more than two players on the roster, you get in for free.
Not for me. I can't name any of them.
Dude, I don't even know where Messi's from. I guess he's playing in Kansas City.
Okay,
And
okay.
cool.
Nope, no idea. For something Christian Posoliak, I don't know how to say it right. That's the only name that comes to mind. I don't even know if that's a hockey or is that a soccer name.
We're Americans. We hate hockey, or we hate soccer. We love hockey.
Yeah, yeah.
But the number one sport in America is competition.
That
We've
is
decided that we are going to win the soccer bowl.
that is accurate. We don't give two Fs, but as soon as we're in it, we want to win all the time. That is exactly accurate.
They really need, and I've seen this floating around social, so I'm not going to take credit for it, but instead of playing these games in these NFL stadiums, we got to throw these foreign countries down in the swamp in LSU or in Tennessee, put them down in Alabama, Bryant Denny.
Yeah, where there's actual buttload of fucking fans going to be down there because those are massive stadiums compared to what NFL has to have.
Yeah, Neyland Stadium in Tennessee holds 110,000 people.
Yeah, yeah. What's
Get
Mizzou
together
hold
with
these days?
What's that?
What's Mizzou hold these days?
They just got rid of the hill. I think
Yeah.
it pushes 65,
Okay. I remember one time when we played Nebraska, there was 100,000 people in that stadium.
allegedly.
Supposedly. Yeah, yeah.
Probably real number is probably closer to 70.
There's a hell of a lot of people in that and walking to Shiloh after we beat
Yeah.
them. Yes.
But we need to get like some HBCs out there with the big bands, so the foreign nations would have no idea what hit them.
They would not.
Little
Yeah.
Dixieland Delight playing on the loudspeakers.
America does sports so awesome. I gotta admit that.
Sweden took over somewhere and did a really cool thing. Sweden's got some cool chants, like with the Vikings and stuff like that. But no, America just likes competition. Like,
Yeah.
we're in it. Like, I didn't give two shits about hockey, but I was a world's biggest hockey fan for 3 weeks this winter.
You have to be. It's in our DNA. We love competition. We want to be the best at everything.
We just want to win.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, the Cardinals Tyrell are not winning. Oh, great segue there. Some breaking news on X right before we went on. Bryson Motts was pulled from his start in Memphis tonight.
Oh, okay.
Memphis going with a bullpen start tonight. Motts has got to be on his way to St. Louis, you think, for the Miami series. As it's 6:50, the game has started, and the Cardinals have not announced a roster move.
They're going to have to because the way they've been wearing out that bullpen, they're going to need that extra arm out there or to supplant Libby, who can't friggin' throw a strike, but he can throw. They can hit doubles off of him all day long.
The game currently in a rain delay. I just saw on the Cardinals' official X page because I could not find any information about a roster move. It may not hurt for them to get a rain out tonight. It poured down rain this afternoon in central Missouri that's headed east to St. Louis. They might need a rain out.
It would do them good. Get a little bit of a reset.
What do they say in Bull Durham? You need a rain out? I'll get you a rain out. We got ourselves a natural disaster.
Yep.
Talk about a guy who needs a day off. Let's talk about Matthew Liberatore right now. And both people who watch this show regularly know that I'm a massive card collector. I sent you a picture last night of the sweetest Cardinal patch I ever saw. It was $100. The problem was it was attached to Libby. And you're like, you'll never get your money back on that because of who it's attached to. A number 5 starter at best.
Yep.
And he was the Cardinals opening day starter, Tyrell.
Dude, that wasn't earned, though. That was because he's the only tenured friggin' starter at that point.
I saw a statistic today for all you stat heads, you people who, love, the dots and things like that and the spreadsheets. There's only 4 pitchers with a negative WAR, wins above replacement level, which means they could have run literally anyone out there and be better. Those Mitchell Parker from Oakland, and the center was 100 innings pitched in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Miles Michaelis, Eric Fetty, and Matthew Liberatore were the 4 on the list. Only 4 pitchers with 100 innings pitched with a negative WAR.
3 of the 4 come from the Cardinals. Dude, it's sad that I'm actually rooting to watch Andre Palante pitch. And I'm not a Palante fan, and I think he's doing so much better than Libby is right now.
And Leahy gave him a chance the other night, too, until the bullpen employed.
Yep. He has 6 strong innings there. Like the other starters other than Libby have been good. He has just been getting rocked.
Mott's is possibly coming up where, they pulled him, maybe waiting on a roster move. Do you think it's time for some Quinn Matthews? They would have to make that 40-man move that we talked about last time, or is Mott's going to get the first shot here again?
I think because Mott's is on that 40, I think that's why. I think they want to make sure that Matthews is 100% healthy because he is coming back from an injury, and getting his mojo back. So I think they're just trying to bide their time on him. But Mott's was like the pitcher of the year 2 years ago, I think, if I remember right. Though
Correct.
three, okay. But so yeah, I mean, he's got potential. So they see something in him. So maybe they're trying to give him that runway. God, I hate using that word. They even use that in the presser the other day. And I'm like, God, well, why are we keeping this as part of our vocabulary as fans for the Cardinals now? They've given him enough leeway. There we go. Let's change that a little bit. And I think Libator is, they need to do something there. Kind of lost my train of thought.
Libby not scheduled to throw again till Tuesday in Atlanta. And if by some reason you get a rain out today, that would bump McGreevy to Friday, May to Saturday, and then Palante to Sunday. And conceivably, you could skip him and then bump Kyle Leahy to Tuesday. And
And
skip.
then it's All-Star break, and he's got a long break.
Yeah.
That could
That's
work.
assuming the game doesn't happen tonight. That could be a potential move. Or you just bring Motson up for bullpen help because that bullpen is held together right now by prayers and duct tape. And the prayers aren't being answered.
Yeah, thank God it's Gorilla duct tape. Because that's strong stuff.
It kind of reminds me of the old Mike Matheny bullpen management system where somewhere Kevin Seacrest's left arm and Seth Maness's right arm are about to fall off right now. Gordon Gracefko's arm's going to fall off at
Yeah,
some
they are
point. He's the fireman.
Yeah, they are very, very much riding that hot hand right now, and it is going to. That's why they blew up Riley O'Brien. I mean, they wore him out early off in the season. That's why he's just not got the same movement he had because his arm's already tired. He's not used to this much pitching. So yeah, they've got to do something to refresh that bullpen and help them out.
And not a lot of arms available to do so.
No.
We sent our text, chat back and forth. What's Trevor Rosenthal doing down at Winsville? Like, I've seen like some workout videos he's posted on X. Why not give him a look? I know he doesn't fit the mold of what they're after anymore, going younger, but he's just down the street. I mean, it's going to cost you $40 in gas to bring him in.
Yeah, and let him throw a bullpen session. So he's got to have some movement still in the ball. I mean, he's got to be better than Stanek. I mean, has to be. So
anyone at this point. Open tryouts on Thursday. We went to the game Sunday, like we said, and we were walking around the outfield concourse there at Kaufman. Had the game gone 10 innings, my 10-year-old daughter was scheduled to pitch the bottom of the 10th.
Well, you know what? Good for her to make her major league debut. That'd have been a nice parting gift for you guys.
I think everybody in Kansas City gets to pitch one inning because the Royals bullpen is no better.
It's fair.
Speaking of youth movement, Tyrell, let's go to our next topic. The Cardinals had a press conference yesterday. I did not watch it. I read the notes. You can speak on it better than I can. But essentially, it is the rise of B-Dub-3, as I chuckle when I think about B-Dub-3's rise into the organization. Is now as the CEO. He is now in charge of all things Cardinals. He used to just kind of handle the business side of things. It's, because of him, we have Ballpark Village and all those cool things. Side note, do you like Dewey's Pizza? Have you had it?
I've not had it.
That's a B-Dub-3 ownership situation, so I will not be partaking in that. But what were your kind of thoughts on the press conference? They promoted someone else to basically the equivalent of Chaim Bloom on the business side, but now everyone reports to B-Dub-3.
That Anook guy. And he did a pretty good little press conference. He said all the right things. I liked him a lot more than I did BW3. A lot of it, what it felt like was nothing's really going to change because DeWitt is still going to be talking and going to be involved in the day-to-day stuff. But W3's got the title. They kept talking about how they stumbled upon that Bloom model of like, hey, he was a free agent. We brought him in and he changed things for us. Like, it's one of those things that billionaires and companies do that we stumbled upon something. So we're going to reinvent this and keep doing it. Just because it worked once and it was magic doesn't mean it's going to work every friggin' time. And that's what they kept emphasizing. I did like the question and answers afterwards. Gould asked what they thought about going forward. Were they going to buy in? Are they going to keep with the plan or anything like that? DeWitt chimed in and said, "Well, time's on here too. Why are you asking me?" Which, I get it, but you're also ownership. You control the purse string. So, like, your say is what's going to happen. So, if you're like, "Hey, what's on the field's looking good, Heim, make a move," like, and I'm willing to spend the money. So, you got to, like, you can say that stuff, but it sounded like, and Bloom gave a really, he's so much better speaking than Mozeliak could ever be. It's just so nice and refreshing to hear somebody that's like gives it to you straight and honest. Um, he said he's still going to follow the plan, but you know what? We're ahead of the plan and we're winning. So it's always been about winning and control. It's never been about he knows it's going to take a long time, but he was more emphasizing like, if we're winning, we're going to continue winning. We're not going to like sell out the future though, but we're going to try to win. And that was like, okay, so you guys had already thought that you were still winning. That they've never actually said the winning is the thing that they want to keep doing. They just said that we need to rebuild. So that was kind of refreshing to hear. Like, hey, we're going to reward these guys on the field.
And we'll talk about that more in our BSH segment here in a moment. But I want to talk about the ownership contingency plan. DeWitt had an interesting thought. The question was asked, is the plan to keep it in the family? And he brought up the point that that he does not own 100% of the Cardinals. There's multiple partners, etc., and they've got grandkids, kids, etc., who all want their taste. What does the future of this team look like in 10 years?
I don't.
Who is
I
running the show?
honestly, I don't think that W3 wants to keep it. It wants to keep it. I don't think he likes baseball. I think he likes money, and I think that's what he's going to try to run the Cardinals as a business. And eventually, he's going to cook the golden goose or sell it to one of the other um, owners. I think you're going to have new ownership within the next 10 years. Anyway, I think as soon as DeWitt kicks it, he's not even going to be cold. I think they're going to sell the team to somebody else.
Which is what happened in the 80s
Yep.
with Gussie.
Yep. And dude, they kept mentioning like, oh, my grandpa was back here and back in Brand Tricky days. That was still when Anheuser-Busch owned it. Like, you're not. This isn't a family tradition with you guys. You've owned it since '96. Yes, you've been on the periphery of Cardinal baseball, but you're not a real like legacy family within the Cardinals at all.
When Gussie owned the team, he treated it like a civic duty to St. Louis to invest the money, etc. And a note I read later in history, any loss the Cardinals took was written off by the brewery as an advertising
Uh
expense,
huh.
which is a genius, brilliant standpoint. When he died, his son had no interest in the team. They turned it over to some Anheuser-Busch executive, and we got the 90s Cardinal baseball, which, as we know, was absolute boo boo. Do you see that happening with DeWitt, or do you see it? Is he going to ride it out, or as soon as the old man's in the ground, the for sale sign goes out front and one cardinal way?
It's going that. I mean, they're saying all the right things like, "Hey, we want the fans. We want the fans. We believe in you. We want you to be here." They're saying all those things, but so was the brewery before they sold the team. They're like, "Oh, we're still wanting the fans. We still want that." And I think it's that mentality that Gussie put into us fans. Like, you have a civic duty to put a good product on the field because that's what we want and that's what you should do as an owner. So I think that's why Cardinal baseball is such a strong core of fans. That's why we're such good because it is your duty to put a good product out there. I guess why we're so strong and united in how we think.
But now that ownership model doesn't work anymore. It's corporations, it's ownership conglomerates with one managing partner. The Green Bay model would never work today, where the city owns the team and they've got a team president, etc., which that would be ideal for St. Louis.
How does it work in football though? Because the Maras have owned the Giants forever, and they're still a part of it. And like they let, I guess it's because it's all about. You're right. It's all about the mighty dollar now. The Mars have already made their money hand over fist so many times about how worth the Giants are. And what's the ones that own the Steelers? They're the same way. Like they're
The Rooney family.
yes. So it can work, but I just don't think it's a dying work of art. But it should be brought back. That is something that is the tradition of owning a baseball team and doing this everything is what you want out of your ownership.
But the NFL is a whole different animal. I mean, most of those franchises are generational.
Yeah.
They've been passed down. You look at the Raiders with Davis, even the Chiefs with the Hunt family. And you have to be an idiot to lose money in the NFL
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
because you make money hand over fist in the NFL. And we did that breakdown a couple episodes ago where the least valuable NFL franchise, the Cincinnati Bengals, are still worth more than most than MLB franchises outside of the Dodgers and the Yankees.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah, I remember that. That's right.
We kind of went a little long on the ownership one. This week's segment of Free Josh Baez, 26 homers, 66 RBIs, 277. Can he pitch? Because really, that's what they need now. Newt's done an okay job, but can Baez come up and give him an inning or two out of the pen?
And they say he's got a really strong arm, so I mean, he's got to have something in that tank. If he's a big boy. I think he's got a good, strong foundation. I think he gets him in mid 90s probably.
I still think it's probably going to be if it was September, the old September 40-man rules, he'd be up in September.
Yeah,
But I don't think we're going to see him, at least as of now, unless there's an injury.
or trade if move Newt and you want to see it bias has. I mean, he is banging the door down and making them going to have to make that decision. Really.
And it's coming, it's getting closer. He's going to be the AAA equivalent of an all-star. He might be the first half MVP. And then AAA does a home run derby too. I wonder if he's going to be a part of that.
I've wondered that too, and I also have been. They ask like who you want to be in your home run derby. Like I'd like to see Jordan Walker in the home run derby too. I think that dude would hit some piss missiles.
I think it would jack up his swing
Yep,
so badly.
but that's the exact thing I thought too, and I was like, he does not need to be in the home run derby. I thought said the same thing in my head.
Pujols didn't participate in those either, just for that sole reason because it would mess up his swing. And he did it, but it said it just jacked his swing up where you can. It took him like a couple weeks to recover.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. It does it because you have to alter everything because now you're trying to be a launch angle and shit like that.
Let me use cork bats for the home run derby. Why not?
Can we use some aluminum bats? I want to see how far these some bitches gonna hit this thing. Yes,
In this week's buy sell hold meter, Tyrell, has anything changed for you?
a little bit. Um, I think I've been on the buy train really, really hard. I think I'm rather than I'm not full throttle now. I'm probably about a like 6, just a little bit over half. Like stay on the buy thing, but they have looked bad against Arizona and Kansas City for that matter.
I am now down to a hold.
Okay,
I don't want to see him make any moves that are going to affect the short term. But at the same time, we don't want to move anything that's going to affect the long term. But the pitching is not going to be good enough to get them through.
yep, that has become quite apparent. I mean, I think we've said in the past that the offense is ahead of the pitching right now. Like they're a year ahead offensive wise, and these guys are having career years now, or what you should expect of these guys. So I think the pitching is what is going to hold us back 100%.
The next topic we had. Oh, I saw this trade on X. We were talking about Cardinals need pitching, and you see stupid trades all the time, like Nolan Gorman for Aaron Judge. But this one might have topped. But what do you think about a potential reunion with Sonny Gray?
You mean the 5 inning wonder? I say no because our bullpen can't handle it. No. I think he's going to go to the Braves because the Braves need more pitch staff. But no, I don't want Sonny Gray back. I didn't think he was a good sign when we signed him after that because he's already over the hill. He's not he's not a cardinal pitcher because what we've been envisioned and what we want is somebody go 7 strong innings, get that complete game. Yeah, he's done it once or twice and can do it, but he doesn't do it too much. And the heat in St. Louis destroys that guy.
Yeah, he is like you said, 5 inning wonder would always leave in July because it was too hot.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
can't
what you
have
want
that.
from your race.
Yeah. From the ace of your staff, you can't. He sets the tone, and if that's the tone that you're going to set, like I can't back that.
You brought up an interesting point about Nolan Arenado being back in St. Louis, and he got a nice ovation. What player would you never cheer?
Uh, God, I'm probably going to get beat up for this again, but I have never been a Paul Goldschmidt fan, so I'm not going to cheer him come back. I thought he's been, even in 2022, I did not, his MVP year, I was like, yeah, great, everything, but he's gonna falter. And sure as shit, he fell hard as hell in September when we needed him the most to carry us in the postseason. I'm not going to applaud Goldschmidt back.
He's having a bounce back year ish with the Yankees. Mine would probably be Sonny Gray, or if they were to honor the 2002 playoff team, fuck Tino Martinez. He is
Yes,
revered in Yankee land, but man, he was just a dick in St. Louis. Hated playing in
absolutely.
St. Louis. We
Yep.
traded him for a bag of balls to the Rays just to get rid of him.
and there was no need for it. Like, that was just his personality and how he was. It was just no need for how he handled that whole situation.
And he was the guy to replace the guy because he replaced Mark McGuire.
Yes, yes. But
And
at that point, he was okay. Martinez was a serviceable replacement of McGuire.
then some guy named Pujols came along and kind of took his job after he got hurt. I think the biggest issue with Tino was we all thought as Cardinal fans at the time we were going to get Jason Giambi. He was
Yeah, we
best
did.
friends with McGuire. McGuire said, "I'll tell him everything he wants to know about St. Louis," and the Yankees threw a bag at Giambi.
Yeah, yeah.
Giambi would have been a cult hero in St. Louis.
God, dude, he would have fit in so well. And that'd have been so fun. That'd have been an awesome. Can you imagine that? Then you don't trade for Scott. Well, you already had Scott Rowland.
Already had Scott Rowland.
Wow, dude, that would have been a stud in lineup.
You win 2 more World Series in the early
Yeah,
2000s
you
with that.
do. Yeah, yeah. Yes, you do. Wow, that's fun. That's a fun what if.
The All-Star announcement came out today. So now that we're down to round 2, which now we only get to vote for 2 players in each position. Shohei Ohtani led the world in votes. Surprise, surprise. Ernie Clement led the American League.
He was going to be my World Series MVP if the Blue Jays won it. I think that guy is a hell of a baseball player.
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about him other than he's best friends with Bert. Being a Cardinal podcast, we're not going to talk about the American League much, but your top 2 left to vote: Drake Baldwin and Will Smith at catcher, Freddie Freeman and Matt Olson at first, Ozzy Albies and Bryson Scott at second, Muncy and Alec Boehm at third, CJ Abrams and Mookie Betts at short, Acuna, who's going to end up missing the game due to an injury, Michael Harris the second, both from the Braves, Teoscar Hernandez, Brandon Marsh, Andy Pajes, and Juan Soto are your outfields there. Jordan Walker dropping out of the top 6 with his latest cold stretch.
It's been a little bit of extended cold stretch too. This has been one of the longer ones he's had because I mean he's been since the 13th since he had a home run. They keep telling me on the friggin' radio broadcast because I can't watch it right now. That's 12 days. That's a lot of at bats that you've missed. So I it's ridiculous. It just shows you how the ballot stuffing happens and in baseball and like how fans just really are out of touch and just want their fans like Acuna being so high in there. Like he's he's not had a good year. Soto's not had a good year either. So I don't understand how like and I thought the Phillies hated Alex Baum, but suddenly they're going to vote him in. So Philly fans are so fickle too.
Gorman's stats are almost better than Alec Boehm's.
Mm-hmm. That's saying something. Gorman had struck out 6 times in Memphis the other day.
Tyrell, we got a little bit of CBA news, and this one was kind of big. Fox Sports reported this one, and its next CBA, the league, so this will be the owners, are proposing a max contract length of 5 years for free agent players, switching teams, and then 6 years to retain your own guys, and no deferred contracts. Tell me how that's going to blow up in their face.
Supremely big, and I don't understand it. Like, why? What is this about? Like, it's billionaires versus millionaires, and somehow the public is siding with the billionaires on this, and not the people that actually that do the work and everything. So, I blow up in your face. Good. This is going to be such an amazing, like you said earlier, it's going to be a great lockout. It's going to be fun, and we're not going to have baseball, so we're going to be watching the 2011 season.
What are they trying to get at with that? They're the ones who deferred all the money.
I don't know, and that's what like blows my mind about it. Like you've already done these 10 years, $300 million contracts, and they don't pay off. But are you going to do 5 years at 300 million? Because these guys you've already set the precedent that the money's there. So, or is it going to be 5 years at 600 million? Like, what are you trying to do here? Makes zero sense.
Now I have to pay a guy into his 50s.
Yes, and you're also it's somewhat good for the players because you get to redo the contracts all the time. I think the NBA model is pretty good on that aspect of hey, the hometown, like you can sign him for this much, the max money. I like that a little bit better than what the MLB owners are trying to do, which is just money grab, money grab, money grab.
I believe it's called like the Larry Bird rule, and I would love to see baseball take the equivalent. You can sign your own guys for whatever you want, and it only counts against X percentage of the cap.
Yes.
The homegrown talent, guys who've been there X amount of years. That's the way it should be. You should want to grow and retain your stars, but neither side's willing to budge. Owners billionaires are making money hand over fist, even though the DeWitts will tell you it's not profitable to own a baseball team. And the working man wants his share, and no one's willing to give it a budge.
We've
Welcome
s
to America.
Yeah, dude, we have said it so many times, like, this what is happening with these negotiations is exactly what's happening in our society, and everybody needs to wake up and pay attention to it.
Let's before we get political, we'll go to old man yells at cloud. The Arizona games against the Cardinals have been blocked out for you in Arizona, even though you pay MLB.com for access to the Cardinals. Do you pay the $40 a month or do you pay the 20? Which plan are you on?
I paid the entire season.
Oh, so you bought the whole big
Whole
inning or
Yep,
call it.
whole package, which is now on sale for 49.99. Thanks Father's Day for the rest of the season. So I bought the entire package, and I bought all. Actually, I actually ended up buying all MLB TV, so I can't watch anything, and I don't understand it. It's ridiculous. I get to listen to Ricky Horton. Cool, I love Ricky Horton on the radio. John Rooney's great. Ricky Horton can go whatever, tell his stories to somebody who cares. It's ridiculous. Like I can't watch this, and honestly, I'm kind of glad right now that I don't get to watch what we're seeing. It's been a couple of games like, and I've been giving shit about it out here, but yeah, it's ridiculous that we have blackouts in this day and age. Like, why? What is going on? The game's not here on the local market. I can't tune into a local channel and watch it. The only way I can watch it is having cable and getting the local spot regional sport network out here. I can't watch it. It's ridiculous.
What are the Diamondbacks on? Are they on an RSA or are they on the same model as the Cardinals where it's a subscription based?
They're on the same model the Cardinals were, subscription based, and it's on sale for 49.99. They asked me to upgrade my plan, and I was like, I bought the entire MLB package, but I still have to upgrade my plan to have Diamondbacks TV.
Which is an asinine rule, especially when the team's on the road.
Yes, yes. Like that makes zero sense. If I would understand it if I could go log on to channel 17. I don't know if that's the channel and watch them, but I can't. So why black out the game?
The blackout rules are kind of a thing of a wayward time. The original rules were, we black it out so people come to the stadium, etc. I remember when the Chiefs were god awful, pre Patrick Mahomes, for example, and living in Columbia, Missouri, which is 2.5 hours from downtown Kansas City, or excuse me, Kansas City, where the stadium is. It was blacked out. The Chiefs game was blacked out in the area because they
Yeah,
want you to buy tickets.
yeah, but you can
It
watch
makes
it.
zero sense to
Yep.
black out an away game.
Yeah, hey, but you can watch the Houston Texans all you want or the Oakland Raiders. I don't want to watch. I want to watch my local team.
Even now with the MLB network, I can watch, Tampa Bay until my heart's content,
Uh,
which makes no sense.
Yeah, one cool thing that has happened out here, and it's not baseball related, but it is owner related and TV related. The Suns owner bought and said, "Yeah, you can have local TV." So the Suns have broadcasting rights for their local TVs and for like NBA TV too. So like you can watch Suns game on local TV, but you can't watch the Diamondbacks. So that was kind of cool that he like sometimes they have to do that weird thing, but he allowed that, and so yeah, I think that is awesome. Can't do that with
Recognize
baseball.
there was a better market to put on local TV, get some fan interest,
Uh huh.
and then as well, now you get children involved. That's how you build lifelong fans. Now you can sell ads locally, etc.
Yeah, but no, let's
And a
black it out.
weird rule here too, living in Colombia. When I bought my MLB package, kind of similar to what you did, I had the choice. It was either Royals TV or Cardinals TV, not both. I can only pick one. Royals games are blacked out because I don't pay for it. I pay the $40 a month. I'm on the monthly plan as a teacher. I pay the $40 a month for a full MLB access, yet I can't watch the Royals.
Fix your shit, MLB. Like that's on you. Like that you want me to pay? I think it was $150. You wouldn't pay $150 for a year of baseball, but you won't give me everything. And how is this supposed to be better for me to watch?
It's not. It's again billionaires fighting with the little man once again.
Yep.
Everybody has to get their cookie.
Everyone wants their nut.
7:20 right now, St. Louis time. Kind of checking through the Cardinals X right now. Still no delay, no information available. As it gets later, more and more is looking like a rain delay. So we're gonna go and skip ahead. We're gonna go live tonight, possibly with Zach Galen, Michael McGreevy on the mound. I don't think that's gonna happen tonight, so you don't get to watch us on the Tiki Talk. But Cardinals and Fish this weekend, Miami 3 games above 500. They've got a guy going, Max Meyer, tomorrow night, who's 8-0 with a 2.8 ERA.
Ooh, whoa.
against Dustin May looking to bounce back. Saturday, and again, all the pitching is subject to change with the potential rainout tonight. Kalante against TBA, my favorite pitcher. And then, of course, Sunday, also TBA against Kyle Leahy. Then your big stretch happens. You go to Atlanta, 4th of July. Oh, I didn't realize this. 4th of July night in Wrigley.
Oh, nicely done.
And that game is a national game on Fox. That's pretty cool. And then finally leading up into, before we get to the All-Star break, that 5-game series against the Brewers. This is your murderer's row. And then Atlanta over the weekend before the. This is it. This is your shot. This is your best competition.
If you go 500 with this, I will feel confident that you're probably going to be the third wild card.
Let me destroy that confidence briefly.
Shit.
Statistic on Twitter again today. The Cardinals at this time last year had the exact same record.
Oh, damn.
And then, of course, the wheels fell off the bus.
Because we traded everybody away. And yeah, okay. Well,
So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying it's
going to happen. But you know what? Hey, I was much more excited this year than I was last year, because last year I was really surprised that we were above 500 and I knew we were a losing team. So, you know what? I still like watching this team. They're a fun team to watch. I know I want to win. I know I'm in that bandwagon to keep winning and keep going, but it's still a fun team to watch. I'm going to still watch them. I didn't think I'd make it till June to watch this team. Actually, July now.
No, I thought I'd be checked out by now. MLB just got another $40 from me today. So congratulations, Major League Baseball. Finally tonight, Tyrell, the Midwest gas station debate rages on. I'm going to give you 4 Midwest gas stations, and you're going to blind rank them without knowing what comes next. Now, it's been a while since you've been here, but let's see what you remember. Number 1, the Come and Go, a staple in southeast Missouri.
There's one in
your wife's
Kirksville, Missouri.
Lebanon Mo.
Yeah.
Go Yellow Jackets.
Because I think there's better Missouri or Midwest ones, I'm going to go a 4 on Come and Go. But the name
Another
is
one based out of Kansas City, the Hy-Vee gas station.
Listen, Hy-Vee itself slaps. That's going to go number 2.
Oh, Hy-Vee gas station is the superior one near my house. That's where we get all my money in the mornings. The iced coffee there, it's half the price of Starbucks and twice as delicious. The Quick Trip.
It's a 3 because I'm holding out for number 1 that I think you're going to say, because I'm going to back that thing so much. I love that it's Quick Trips. It's Quick Trip. It's a great pizza though.
This is not even a discussion. This is the GOAT. Casey's.
Yes.
The staple of every small town. You've got a Dollar General and a Casey's.
Yes, you do. And I tell you what, I grew up on that taco pizza, and I love Casey's pizza to this day. It's so cheesy, delicious. Casey's General Store, just number 1. Let's go.
The breakfast pizza at Casey's.
Oh, yes. My dad would get that. Yes. Dude, I had you go in there for right before high school, I'd get a sarsaparilla, I'd get a donut, and I'd go to high school. It was 99-cent gas. God, Casey's slapped back in the day.
Where I lived in a Boz, little small town, just kind of east of Columbia. She's now my wife, and my girlfriend at the time would stay over. Her parents still don't know that, even though we've been married 13 years. And when she would leave in the morning, that was her little, as she called it, her big girl reward for spending the night at a boy's house. She'd slide up into Casey's and get a slice of breakfast pizza before going to work.
Where it's at, man. It's so much beer and so much cigarettes I bought at Casey's.
The best part, very seldom checked IDs.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? I'm probably going to guess, because I am from a small town, I'm going to guess that the people that I knew are still working there.
At the Centralia Casey's?
The Memphis Casey's.
This is up north.
Yeah,
Memphis.
This is up north. Yeah. Centralia's too big. They have too much turnover, but Memphis only got 1,500 people, bro. There ain't too much turnover going on in that town.
Unfortunately, since moving to Columbia, even though there's a Casey's just up the street near El Chaparral, if you know what we're thinking about Columbia, and you kind of avoid
I know where El Chaparral is. I dated a girl in El Chaparral.
And then there's the one on the way up by Lake of the Woods. So again, I don't partake in either of those. But anytime I'm back in my hometown of Avaz, you got to hit the Casey's.
Yeah, it's a
fountain
staple.
Drink.
Yeah,
slice of pizza. When I coached at Slater, Missouri, that's literally all there was in that town. So I probably spent stupid money going to the Casey's for lunch every day. That's why I bumped up to $250.
Hey, it happens, man. It's a institution, a Midwest institution.
Drop in the comments which one is your favorite Midwest gas station. Tyrell, that'll wrap it up for tonight. I don't think we're going to see baseball today.
Okay, that's
We're,
good. They need a break.
we got a natural disaster. We'll be back Sunday to wrap up the fish for the Mouth of the West. Tyrell Mock. I am Mitchell Jenkins, and we will see you on Sunday.